Angels sang out in an immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris.
Shout out to Aiken for bacon. What's up, man? So just take a step back, spray a nice big spray pattern of black right over it. This is that void resin. It's very paintable. I am using Monument Hobbies Surface Primer right now. They're even though normally I don't care about it, it's this stuff. Paint sticks to this so easy that you could just do a coat of straight black anything. But I'll go with the heavier bodied acrylic primer right now. And I'm just quickly getting this guy black, removing any of the translucence from him, staying in motion. I'm not letting it get all wet. I've thinned the paint to the minimum thinness required to paint, and in this case, 0. I didn't thin it even for a second. Thought I was buying construction paper Cletus. Haven't gone to the store yet. I'm going to hit it with just some pure air. Just help dry it up. And I'm just kind of looking for any spots that could use a little bit more primer while I'm doing this. Kind of in between the arms, the legs. OGS, what's up, man? Now everything is magnetizable. Like I said, twin volkites are life right now, so. And for the sake of our video, what I will do is just squirt a little white in the pot, and I'll do a top-down zenithal highlight. It's kind of subtle. And just so we can highlight the features of the model, this is not a pre-shade or value paint of any capacity. It's literally just so we can see the model easier. That's it. I'm just going to kind of hit it at an extreme angle, let it skitter down its features. That's it. Nothing too crazy. When you're talking about primer, all primer values have a advantage. There you go. Now, black primer is great because it mitigates how much coverage is required in the airbrush step, right? Because black can ride in the deep recesses, right? You can have it still be almost pitch black in the under an armpit, right? So when you're doing your airbrushing, you don't have to get as much coverage. But black's disadvantage is that it's got low stick and it's harder to build opacity over it. Gray has the best stick, right? But it's brighter than black, so that means you have to get more coverage. White has similarly bad stick and opacity issues sometimes, but mostly it's a stick issue and a coverage issue because you have to 100p get coverage when you're using white primer. So just doing a top coat of gray over black is just better priming practices. It's not a value paint job, but now you can see all the details. It's easier to visualize it on camera. You can see he's quite a visual badass. Ultra Mega Helmet? I think there is. New light, something like that. All right. The voting's still going, guys. Huh. Do I not have a command? It's Ben Q is the manufacturer. Thought I had a command. So we're tied, Sons of Horus and Space Wolves right now. So let's get a couple more votes in here, guys. No, that's my light panel. I just don't have a command for it for some reason. I think it's on my YouTube video that I did about it. I'm running over to YouTube real quick. So we're gonna take a look at that new lamp, guys. God, what a massive redirect. Fucking nasty. So, and exclamation point, thank you. Alright, here we go. Space, still tied. Come on, guys. How do you guys keep tying the vote? Sunshine Grenadier, what's up, player? 16 months. Legend. Oh, we need to break this tie. What's a broken command war pigment? Thank you. Can't click that link. Exclamation point, BenQ. Alright, I'm going to reveal it. Here we go. Who said Sons of Horus won? Alright, Space Wolves win. The tie has been broken. The tie has been unbroken. Equally popular. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a timer here. One minute timer. There's a minute timer ticking down, guys. You'll hear it. Oh, that's the Ben Q. Currently, Space was on top.
Let's do it!
There's the timer. Space Wolves on top. Alright, so somebody mentioned pre-heresy. What's pre-heresy Space Wolves? Pre-heresy Space Wolves. It's just gray, just like darker gray. It's just a darker gray. Still a blue gray. Still a cool gray. It's just darker. No yellow. Yeah, see that? Mostly reds.
And his name is John C.
Oh, Babble Rouser, you legend. Can I get some strong man love for Babble Rouser? Alright, I'm just rinsing the old airbrush out. Babble Rouser, you goddamn beast. That's a 23 bonus yo dogs right there. It's a beast mode multiplier. I get some hype in the chat. Alright, so here's a little lesson in efficiency. So this guy, because I built him like this, and also the shoulder pads are not really separatable very easy. There's a lot of like metal shit, like like a bunch of mechanical shit built into them. So you have to decide: are we going to airbrush the Space Wolves gray and then meticulously hand paint the metals, or are we going to build the metals and then paint around them? He doesn't look too tricky in my opinion, so I think we can go with the route of just painting the gray-blue. So we'll just kick it off. It's a pretty big model, so it's pretty fucking easy to paint with your airbrush. So what I'll do is get a dark blue out. Just straight dark blue. I'm looking around my desktop. Here is transparent black. So this will make a black blue, right? Very dark. Now, we can desaturate it further by just putting a couple drops of white in there. So essentially what we're doing, I might be able to just do it with transparent white. So the black and the white infusion is a gray infusion now, right? So this should grade up a little bit. Barely had an impact on it. Transparent white just doesn't have a lot of ass. Put a drop of bold titanium white in there. So again, it's graying it up, desaturating it. So now we know it has to have it straight up has gray in it. I'll put a couple drops of black back in there. Get a little darker. Put a little squirt of water on top. Squirt of flow improver. So thinness is like definitely a thicker pass. It's, you know, I thinned it, but I want more instant opacity. Okay, I think it's a little too blue. It's still a little on the blue side. I'm gonna pour some of it out of that pot because we got a lot in there. We are going to infuse it with. I haven't opened this coal black yet. It's finally happening. Gonna infuse it with some coal black. There's a lot more body to that. And so now it's going to get even grayer and darker. There we go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, the Huff tuning in. What's up, the Huff? That's my main dude right there. What's the advantage of transparent colors in this instance? They're letting me manipulate the hue or value of the paints in my pot without adding much more like body to the paint. It's just instant pigment adjustments. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna focus fire on the panels, okay? And it's okay if it gets everywhere else because I haven't even painted everywhere else. And I'm just gonna kind of explore the model. So like this, the fields in his chest piece, you know, that makes sense. Up top here, probably everything around this pipe should be that color too, including his face. You know? The tops of his leg joints right here look like they have a little armor panel on them, so I'll spray there. Now, he's got like an extension of armor right here on the calves. I'm gonna paint that blue as well, a dark blue. This will be tricky to get in here. Just kind of paint that dark blue up in the cut. Now shoulders, chock full of awesome icons and thick trim, so it's gonna be easy to paint. Never skip leg joint day. That's right, LT. Andrew's Armory. What's up, man? Now, the casing of the guns. Oh, he's got some armor here. He looks like he's got gauntlets on, so let's just go ahead and shoot some of that blue-gray situation over there. So we got a nice desaturated dark blue-gray situation. I'll ramp it up a little bit with a second quick pass. I'll probably do the casing of the Cyclone missile launcher as well. That could be the same situation. His calves again. Gauntlets, just a second little stack right there. Now, trim accents exist. You know, the gun case, I don't know what it's going to be. Like, there's a lot going on in the gun. Might be a good place to just sink a bunch of red. You know, maybe his abs. There is a support in there. See if I can pop it out with this drill bit. It's one of those dumb ones I hate. Just try to pop it out. I obviously missed that support because it was hidden in there. Okay, so we have a nice dark beginning. So now the trick is like if you're trying to keep it, you know, dark, you have to just really respect the journey and only make small adjustments. So I added a little white to it. I might even just straight up add gray, which is not always something I do. Oh, you know what? I got some new colors. Oh, okay. From the new Wave 4 expansion. Master Blaster, what up, brother? Just straight up neutral gray. We'll add some neutral gray to the mix. Get a nice space with color here. We dump some of that excess. So now we're moving firmly into that gray spectrum. Some more water. Some flow improver. All right. I'm gonna throttle down a little bit here. Now we're gonna get a little bit tighter. And we're just gonna spray some down at the bottoms here. Barely pulling the trigger back. I'm watching with my eyes. As soon as I see some shifting occurring, I just kind of stay in motion. Just skitter around. And I'm making sure not to fully repaint the armor pieces. I'm just adding this highlight to it while subtracting from the dark position. I've lowered the opacity substantially so you can see through it easier. It's going to take a lot of information from the previous layer. We're just adding these subtle highlights. Now, we'll shoot down on his head. Kind of maybe hit a little bit on the top of his chest. Kind of maybe keep it kind of center mass. Let that settle down. Shoulders, probably just kind of outside, working toward the inner trim. Something like that. Cyclone. Get the light more correct. Nice dark. A little bit on the calves. Wow. Now you want to be careful not to go too far to the real estate with this highlight. So we're trying to keep it on the dark side still. So I'll do is I'll dump the pot. This is what's left. I might even Squirt a little water in there. Don't fling it again. Hobo fling. Put a little bit more of the neutral gray in there. Mingle. Squirt of water. Throttle it down a little bit. Now I'm going to thin it down a little more, maybe a little flow improver. And I'm just going to get real close, be very careful here. I'm just going to keep my eyes on it. Real low. Just right at the bottom of those greaves. Right at the top of these knees. A little bit on those. A little bit on the head here, kind of top down. Get just a little bit on the shoulder here, and it's pretty low opacity, so its impact will kind of settle down as it dries a little bit. Master Blaster, exclamation point, spiky resin. Now, with a model this big, we actually have an interesting opportunity here, because we can actually easily go back in time and re-dramatize the real estate. So what I'll do is do a couple of quick hobo flings. A little dirty paint water in there. I'll send some transparent black back into the pot. So we have this very transparent, kind of really dark gray. What I'll do is move back to the shadow real estate, and I'll just kind of drag it down a little further to dramatize. Move it up right here. So just introducing a little bit more drama. This is kind of hard to do on the normal trooper models, because you just don't have enough actual physical real estate to interact with. But I just dragged the shadow back in a little deeper just to re-dramatize. I can even move in right under this hose. Put a little shadow in right there. Because I'll be pin washing that real estate anyway. I'm going to move into his face, a little bit on the bottom of his cheeks. Okay. Now, let's rinse the airbrush out real quick. Just so it's not sitting there getting all dry and messed up on us. Just doing a little water through it. Spiky resin's doing its waste. Let me go to Debot and fix it. Should have fixed it. It should be fixed now. LT. Okay, so now what we have to do is block in some, because I still want to use the airbrush. Oh, Master Blaster, you legend. Let's pull out the wet palette. Master Blaster just gifted 10 subs to the chat. Can I get some strong man love in the chat for Master Blaster? If you just got gifted a sub, show your man some love right there. 1,000 bonus, yo dogs. Come on. Just ran over my cable. I'm going to cut my compressor real quick. Come on. So we gotta block some things in that we're gonna make suitably Space Wolfy. Hey man, thanks dog. So red seems to be the go-to with the old wolves. We've got a new wave 4 color I'm excited about. Burgundy. So there's just some straight up burgundy right there. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's just fuck around with burgundy for a second. Let's do some quick color blocks, okay? Like, I feel like it'd be a utter waste to not paint this nut curtain red, which leads me to putting some transparent black down so I can get darker than burgundy. And so I'm just going to quickly hot and heavy, pretty high opacity, just enough moisture for spread using just a heart pull strategy. Just going to walk it down. If you see the paint getting built up, just don't let it get built up. Just spread it out. You want to be quick, but with a light touch here. Just looking for obvious red accent positions. That's it. I feel like that's a clean one right there. Another obvious accent is going to be the shield. And if I can leave that skull gray, I will. Without too much struggle, you know? Kind of hot and heavy, semi-opaque and a little wet. So, boom, boom. Something up top red would be nice. Maybe elements of the Cyclone missile launcher. Maybe like the frame. And one of the advantages to painting the space with gray like this is that you've essentially just deployed gray all over the whole model, which, like I said earlier, is the best stick. Everything sticks to this shit. I'm using the tip of my brush right here. Get that frame on that Cyclone. Semi-opaque and just a little wet, you know, pretty good mix of opacity and moisture for spread. I'm just using very light brush pressure. Using mostly the tip of my brush and pulling straight back to my heart. Always looking to rotate the model so that I can get that easy heart pull. It gives you a lot more control. You can break the rules like right here. This is just a quick rule break. Here I'm going to use the tip of my brush and just carefully ride that rail. So now we got some red right there. Just a tip. That's right, Elgato Diablo. Somebody said they were having Diablo withdrawals earlier. I haven't been able to play that much because Adepticon prep. Oh no! There's fucking supports right there. Oh, that sucks. Right here on the skull. Moving into the banner right here. This may fuck up some of our airbrushing. We'll see. I think that'll ride. Yeah, that'll ride. War Pigment Linda did on Sunday's stream. Okay, so what's the trim color for these pre-heresy guys? Is it metallic or is it like more red? I definitely want to introduce some of this. This is just the new burgundy and some transparent black. Oh shit, Frozen Hobbit, my dude. Can I get some strongman love from my boy Frozen Hobbit? He's got Death Star. 2x multiplier, 46 bonus, yo dogs. Even Space Wolves need a little love and support now and then. Gotta head into work. Can't wait to see the VOD. Much love, Frozen Hobbit. Thank you for your support and finding value in my content. Thank you for the tip. Recoil, gold, brass, bronze, War Pigment says. So that whole spectrum. Got it. Thank you. I'm just going to get this box in this darker burgundy right now. Using some heart pull, light brush pressure, semi-opaque, and just wet enough to get spread. It's probably right on the edge of being a little on the opaquer side of semi. Let's move right here. Let's just not be lazy. Oh, that's nuts and bolts. Right here. This is a strap. Is that like a leather? Oh, is that metal? What is that? Let's just get an accent right here of red. Not be lazy. Using heart pulls right there. Very careful, meticulous. Rotate the model. Drag down to my body. Just some stipples right here to connect the dots. Reach in on that shelf. Some stipples right there. Rotate like this. Catch into those stipples right here on that shelf. Get that strizat. Let's move to the other side real quick. Dredge looks like bronze. Bronze, gold, brass, all the same color, man. It's just glitter pigment mixed into some version of yellow or brown. It's all the same spectrum. Like it's desaturated yellows and browns mixed together, like ochres and browns with glitter paint. Get this box locked in real quick. See, we don't even hesitate. We get the airbrush down and then we're off to the races, just blocking in colors because I think I'll be able to deploy my airbrush in a couple of sections. Get that red box. Rotate. Let's sneak in here for our heart pull. Load back up. Pretty opaque. Just a little wet. Let's just run some heart pulls right here. Careful, careful, careful. Light brush pressure. Move it down. Stop. Stipple. Flip it. Little stipple on the shelf right here. Little heart pull right there. Rotate. Find the wet edge. Pull it back down. Keep it going. Flip it. Let's reach in for a little stipple to hit that shelf again. Boom. Somebody said they were having Jabla withdrawals. Oh wait, that was me. Never mind, Kenny. It's doubling because it's making the command in both bots. I thought I had turned off LT's ability to make commands in Deepbot, but I guess I didn't. Maybe the update broke that. Because I think I'd fixed that before. Okay, we're just doing red, guys. Other things that would make sense, red. So, casing of gun. Maybe this part too. Kind of breaking the rules right there, but I think I can get away with it. So by adding black to the burgundy, we desaturated it more. Kind of keeps it in the same style. Rotate. Let's get a nice little heart pull right here. Kind of breaking the rules. Heart pull, stipple, heart pull. Now we've got a shelf. It moves up over here. You see it kind of keeps going right here. Quick heart pull. Brace in the finger. Heart pull. Dredge for Life should pad background pane. What? Are you saying like the field of the shoulder pad? Do they have red shoulder pads? Is that the situation? Are they supposed to have just straight red shoulder pads? Okay. This should stick really easy right here. Just spread it out. It's a little on the wet side for coverage, but I'm just gonna spread it so it doesn't pull up anywhere. Kind of think wash, but think like a more opaque wash. Light brush pressure at all times. It's gonna stick to that gray. So both shoulder pads are red, it seems. And you know, you could have done some extracurricular work to keep the shoulder pads off for airbrushing, but on a model like this, I'm just gonna use the airbrush still. Like, it's not gonna matter. Just doing a quick base coat. So when you want to sneak the airbrush in and do something like that, don't try to paint it red with the airbrush. Paint it red and then highlight it with the airbrush. Okay. There's a bunch of trim there. Would like one of the knee pads be red? Or would both knee pads be red? I feel like they'd be red. Yeah, it's better. Jackie Moon, thank you for the follow. Crushing Fool.
And his name is John C.
Gotta get some strong man love in the chat for Crushing Fool. 3x multiplier, 69 bonus, yo dogs. Thank you for the tip, brother. I appreciate the validating feeling you just bestowed upon me. Says I can't wait to get that pretty fool for my wolves. Now, there's some other random accents we should not be lazy, like right here. Don't be lazy, don't be lazy. There, boom. Using my number 4 Pro Synth from Monument Hobbies. Lock in the pinky and the thumb right here. Drag it down with a heart pull. You're gonna get great stick on that gray, like I said. Let's get some more burgundy and black. Crushing Fool, check it out. Even these little doodads right here. Nah, I think I'll let that ride. I'm just looking. Maybe these knobs. Just there's a little bit more red back here. Maybe this whole thing right here. Try not to be lazy. Using that new burgundy from the 4th expansion set. You know, because I did the front, I feel like I need to do the back of these things. Right? So look for that heart pull. Rotate. Just kind of keep continuous heart pull moving up here. The reason I put black in it was just so it's darker than burgundy. And also black is going to have a desaturated quality versus like a brown wood. So it's going to kind of be in the vein of the model. That hose, I'm fighting my instincts to paint it red because it shouldn't be red. It should be something else like black. Okay. I think we did it. I think that's good for round 1 of reds. Now on. Let's rinse the brush. Let's downsize to our 18-0 synthetic. Orc Pride, 65 months. What a fucking legend. Orc Pride, check it out right here. We're going to hit it carefully, we're going to hit his eyebrow using a small brush. Heart pull strategy. We're going to lift up. We're going to get on top of that shelf. He's got some hoses. And I'm just going to kind of stipple in and make them red right now just for funsies. Stipple, stipple. Just sewing machine strokes. Alright, now I'm happy. JBZ exclamation point spiky resin. I'm just doing another inspection. We're good. All right. Let's crank the old compressor. You guys ready? Let me just rinse a little bit more water through it. Where's my toothbrush? Toothbrush, toothbrush, toothbrush. Where the fuck you at? It's in the warp. I don't care about it. It's dead to me. Okay, where's my new color? Burgundy. So this is burgundy with no black. Okay, the water, the flow improver. Let's move the wet palette out of the way. I'm going to now introduce, very carefully, some raw burgundy here. I'm going to work from the bottom. Kind of keep a center line right here. Rotate, cheat the angle. Right there. We're going to get tight right here. As soon as you see the highlight, stop. Don't let it get wet. Don't try to make it opaque. Deliberately let it just ride. As soon as the shift occurs, hit it, quit it, baby. Am I growing my hair out, Cletus? Nah, I'm just lazy. Now, we're not going to be able to do this on every spot, but definitely on the shoulders. You see, we painted the fields back red, and now through creative angling, I'm getting a 6 transition back in there. We're just going to stack the opacity a little bit as we move through. Just kind of double down. See, now we have some nice pling cling. That got a little away from me. Now we can try to get even more ambitious. We'll see. It's possible to get right up against this rail. They deploy a little highlight right there. You got to pull the trigger back the minimum. And you got to lock in. Don't let up. You just move with confidence once you're locked in. Little transition right there. Rotate again. Wow. Little basic transition right there. It's going to be hard to do on the box. We'll just do that by hand. No worries. You can do it right here. And we're trying to keep it in that desaturated state. You see, by mixing the blackened with the mahogany or the burgundy earlier, that allowed crazy. But what it did was it allowed the burgundy to be brighter than the burgundy in contrast to the burgundy because black was in it. So now my color I chose, which is burgundy, suddenly is the highlight. And I don't have to worry about like fighting it to go brighter and brighter and brighter. So sometimes like if like, oh, I want it to be burgundy, mix some black in with it. Paint it. And now burgundy is your fucking color and you still have some drama. Got a little overspray down here. You can see that burgundy is messing with my leg plate. That's okay. There's a cleanup phase. But if you want to go a little brighter than this burgundy, just be careful, okay? Just be careful. See, I'm not even sure Bold Power Red is brighter than it. It's definitely more vibrant than it. But is it actually brighter in value? Just put a little smidgen of Bold Pyro in there. A little water. Lower that opacity. I lowered the opacity a lot. And I'm just going to kind of creep in a little bit more. With a hint of Bold Pyro. Just keeping the angles creative. That's all. Leaving plenty of drama intact. JBZ, can you plant on stream? D&D Paint on stream nozzles, marvelous minis. I mean, like, if somebody gives me a sponsorship for it. Like, I need models to give away, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put more bow pyro in. I'm feeling confident. Basically, I work out deals with sponsors. They give me shit so I can mail them to you guys, and then I paint their shit. Anytime I'm painting something that's not that, I'm messing with that business flow. I'm going to take the cap off. I'm going to get a little water here. I'm going to clean the tip. So there's a little bit more bowl power red in here. I'm adding highlights, but I'm not subtracting from the previous steps all the way to 0. I'm still keeping some numbers in there, you know what I mean? This thing is going to take color information from all the previous layers, and it's important not to battle it too deep into the real estate or you lose the drama. Pow! Alright, that's good enough. Now we gotta go back and do some maintenance, because I got overspray. Can you... How things, my brother? Yo, it's my dude Miffy in chat. My brother from another mother. Miffy! The dude. Just rinsing the old pot out real quick, Miffy. Getting that red out. JBZ. Okay, I was going to send you a present. Find something else. Feel free to send me any miniature presents you want. It's just hard to paint them on stream. I gotta see, like, I'm painting this guy because he's dope, but also Rob's gonna send me a bunch to give away. 3D art, and this one's Antonio, I think. There. Shui, best start of my birthday watching Next Level Painting. Thank you so much, Kenny. You have helped me my painting game so much over the last year. Absolutely, listen, thank you. And if it's your birthday, 500 bonus $0 to Shui. S. Choi. Now, Crushing Fool, Frozen Hobbit, Babble Rouser, thank you guys for your support. Check it out. Let's throw some transparent black in the old pot. Be a drop of flow improver. And what I'm going to do is carefully clean up some overspray. By re-embedding a little black right there in the shadow work. Also re-infuse a little drama down there. Create a new filter. Also shoot a little bit at the bottom of the knee pad too, just to blacken up the bottom of the knee pad. It's transparent as fuck, so you know it's not like just opaque black I'm squirting over it. Same thing up here. Just rebuilding some of that shadow work. Gotta dramatize it. Wow. All right, let's cut the compressor after we clean the airbrush out. Do a quick hobo fling, hobo rinse. Then if he says, I'm here, brother, my compressor died on me the other day, but I got a new one today. Oh my God, that's obnoxious. I'm sorry that happened to you. Glad you're back in the game, though. Miffy just dumping the pot out. Crashing Adam in chat says that would be possible to do non-metal metallic with an airbrush. Crash it up? Yeah, you can do it. It's just, you know, how big the model is and how good you are with your airbrush is going to be results may vary kind of situation. All right, back to the wet palette, guys. You guys voted on Space Wolves pre-heresy. We're doing it. So what we need to do now is introduce similar highlights to other features. So here's just raw dog burgundy. And we're just going to aggressively establish a border around this. And our respect level should still be reasonable because that was this exact color mixed with this. And that, so you see they're already pretty close. So I can just get away with a fake blend there. You see? Same thing right here. I should be able to just drag some fake blends down. Even this is not opaque. This is raw dog off the palette, but it's not 100% opaque at all. It's paint. It can't be opaque. You have to stack it up. Still going to take color information from what's underneath it and value information. So we're just going to sketch out some quick highlights. My man Bill Neary in the chat, the legend. Damn, you still doing this Infinity stuff? Are you not? What the fuck happened to you, man? Bill Neary once paid me a ton of Demon Princes. Bill Neary, I literally hijacked the wings off of one of the Demon Princes you made me. Because, you know, I had 10 Demon Princes at one point. These are your wings from that Demon Prince you made me. I straight co-opted it into this new project. So this Demon Prince, which is the old Nurgle Demon Prince, I looted those fucking color shift wings you did off of that model. And Bill Neary's Demon Prince of Nurgle lives on in this new Demon Prince of Nurgle. So he is evolved. The evolution. Shout out to Bill Neary. How you been, brother? JBZ, what's the best way to make lime neon green? I mean, bright yellow green over white will look pretty good. Okay, again, just straight new burgundy. Let's get some fake blends right here. Rotate, look for that heart pull, that drag. Right there, rotate, lock the fingers, look for that drag. Look at that top pane right there. Let's see if we can sneak in right here. Walk the heart pull. down. Breaking the rules. From the front angle, let's just kind of get a nice border. Let's run right here on the inside track. Just walk that line straight down, rotate, pull it back, using my hand to brace my hand.
The heavens descended Chuck Norris.
Let's get a little frame going here. On Odds Nods, what's up, brother? 16 months back to back. Let's lift up camera crane. Let's get a little bit more of this red. Let's see if we can just get away with a quick pull back right here. Something like that. Let's see if we can move all the way down here. Walk that edge back. Now this frame from the front, you definitely want to get a little brighter. Just using the tip of my brush. Light brush pressure. Maximum effort. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't want to paint these missiles by hand. There we go. Whew. Back here. Kind of like aggressive blending strategy here. Moving right here. Center mask right there. Okay, first round of fake highlights. Except for the head. We gotta do the head again. Let's rinse it. Get that paint off the brush. Switch it out for the 18-0 synthetic. Rotate here. Get a little bit right there. Stipple on the hoses, just some sewing machine stroke. Flip it. Boom. And now that I'm using the small brush, we can get a little bit more opaque and a little bit more targeted, so I can do the frame here. So this will do another layer of opacity. We're using the tracer technique on that. Right in the rail. A little bit more pop, you see, because it's getting more opaque. We can even do this here on these armor panels. But we got to be careful because we did introduce our bold pyro into this workup, so we don't want to make it darker by accident. We're not to the bold pyro stage just yet. Here, we should be able to run a quick heart pull right up on that seam and walk it down using high opacity and low moisture on that strap. And so I'm targeting the perimeter. Just being careful here. Just a nice tight little line. I'll reinforce the line. There you go. Rotate back here. There you go. Too easy. She's using that heart pull technique. Let's rotate it back out. We'll do a few more minutes and then we'll do a whip session, guys. Thank you for your support today. Beast Mode Friday. Let's run a quick line right here. Being a little bit more lackadaisical. Rotate in here. Gonna just follow that rail. Because I am going to be introducing that bow pyro work up here. Just don't need to be perfect just yet. We're just ramping it up, creating a little bit more runway for when we do introduce the brighter mix. Being a little more targeted. Right there. There. Move outside right here. Rotate down. Some straight heart pull action. Again, more targeted than what we were doing before. Just another stack of opacity will create the illusion of being brighter because the burgundy is brighter than the burgundy mixed with black. So what we're doing is making it opaque enough so that that black is no longer informing this top coat. And it makes it look brighter. All right, let's get on these cyclones. There we go. Really working that seam because we have a really easy access point to doing a tracer technique. We're using the side of our brush, more of a horizontal plane, and we're just tracing that edge. Right in that rail, get a skinny line every time. Be careful not to put the tip where you don't want it and paint something on the wrong plane. When you're doing a gray workup like this, you get a lot of bonus time recovery because things that are deep in the shadows are still gray and black. So when we start doing other details, we can kind of like cheat a little bit and not really worry about the maximum coverage. And you see with just a few minutes and just some knowledge of procedure, we've got already, I mean, we just slapped some metal on these guns. You can get away with tabletop on that. Right there. Let's get the top of this guy with a tracer. Let's get the bottom with a heart pull. And again, just a few more minutes and we'll run into a whip. Bear with me. We are going to do some bolt pyro now. Just put some bolt pyro straight on the palette and the cut. I'm going to pull out a little flow improver. My dog just barked. Tiny dog alert. So here is our burgundy mixed with bow pyro now. So this is going to show it some respect, and we should be able to get this into really tight highlight situations. Like right there. Right there. Now we're really working the rail. Being a little bit more targeted now. A little bit more precise. Skinnier. See, now got a nice seam. There's a nice heart pull, so you want to be, mostly opaque with this, and a little on the dry side. I'm gonna ride the rail right here. And right there. We're gonna run back right here. And we're gonna cut that edge on that trim a little bit better. And you see, since we're committed to the red lifestyle, all we have to do is make sure our 5 best red spots have a little bit of extra attention paid to them. And you kind of just start seeing them like how you see the transitions. Right there. Miffy, yeah, your compressor got busted, brother. I don't expect you to have any whips ready. You're out of commission. Just catch these lines. Meticulous Chaos, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, brother? My hype for Adepticon boss, man? Hell yeah, dude. There we go. Just get that line. Flip it. Work the tracer. Let's get right here. Now, some of the skinnier, even skinnier spots, we can get more bow power red in the mix. Like right up here. So we're just trying to make this final little ledge be a little bit sharper to the eye on his little eyebrow ridge as well. Just really trying to target the top shelf. Just see just a little skinny red line right on top. Bully in a little bit more right here on these edges. Now that I'm up to that bold power red spectrum, I can move back down here and run a quick line right here. And just get some nice clean highlights. Now this thing has like these segmented. Goddamn, shit's hard to say. Segmented armor. So the first thing we want to do is get a little bit more respectful. Maybe just see if we can get away with a quick highlight right here. Heart pull. And I made it a little bit wetter. Right, just to get a little bit of love in there. I'll go a little bit back in time to the mahogany mix. And real quick, I'll take some transparent black and mahogany. That was the OG. Semi-opaque and a little wet. I'll use the heart pull semi-opaque wet pen wash technique. Since this black mahogany mix is embedded in this paint job, it's there. We are gonna know that in our hearts, even if I fuck up a little bit, it should be able to blend in. So use the heart pull, semi-opacity, and the moistures to help spread it into that recess. This is where you want to avoid using like a out of the bottle wash. It's going to show it literally no respect. You want to use this same kind of mix. Miffy, you're painting GSC and NIDS? Hell yeah, dude. Same mix. Sneak inside the shoulder, the knee pad here. Try to get a little border to form all the way around it. That'll help in later steps. Lift it off, or at least separate it from the trim. And even up here, I would do it all around that stuff, but I'll paint that stuff first. What I'm worried about right now is just getting a little bit more highlighting done on the nut curtain. So here's some of that bold pyro, some of that a little bit of burgundy for respect. What we want to do is under highlight right up against that line we just drew, that dark line. You want to put a bright line right up against it. This will pay dividends on the paint job. We're using 99% heart pull. We'll try to show it some respect. Right there. Rinse it down. Let's run back. Let's get some pure bull pyro. And like I said, doing that right there, we can push it further than that, but that, I mean, just not pretending that doesn't exist is important. I'd even put a little half moon on top of the shoulder pad, or the knee pads. Like so. It's a good starting place, guys. Okay, let's do a whip session, guys. Exclamation point whip. Shout out to Crush and Full Frozen Hobbit. Babble Rouser, thank you for your support today. It is a Beast Mode Friday. We are streaming all the way up until Tuesday before Adepticon. Appreciate you guys. Won't be able to. I can't fly to places like Adepticon without you. But you guys voted on pre-heresy Space Wolves. This is how far we've gotten in a pretty short amount of time using these strategies and techniques. I'm anxious to see what you guys have been working on. Meticulous Chaos with the resub. No, it's funny. I've been painting Contemptors for a couple days now because I'm trying to get my shit done. Like I'm doing a lot. Like I've been planning Bonet's birthday party, handling like the invitations and the venue. I'm gonna take her birthday shopping tomorrow. Try to stay on top of my classes and everything, but also, you know, you saw the Demon Prince. So for Adepticon, I want my new list, which is the Demon Prince instead of Mortarion. And instead of Defilers, it's Contemptors, and I have the Tallyman and a Sorcerer Terminator armor. So I got the Demon Prince done. I just cracked out on this, right? Just went absolute insano mode on this. Okay, got it done. You guys were there. I worked on the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer uses a different strategy, right? Because he's just my guy. He uses just the fundamentals of our system, right, to get done. So, bow, he done. And we actually did Tallyman together, but what I've been working on in my spare time, trying to get this done because I fly on Wednesday, is those 3 Contemptors. So I'm going a different route with these guys. Like, you know, I'm using the colors of my army, same paints. It's just I'm going a little bit more preposterous. So you can see I've done the airbrushing. And based on like what we're doing on this model, you see I blocked in, did the airbrushing, I blocked in major color blocks, right? Same procedure. Okay, no edge highlighting, no pin washing yet, nothing. It's just blocking in major color features, twin Volkites, getting my tentacles done. I got to deploy wash technique, edge highlight technique, everything. And so if I can get these guys pin washed and edge highlighted and then their guns glowing, to me, that's tabletop. To me, that's battle ready. You know? And then I can do other stuff later. But I've got 3 of these guys. And I've deliberately popped out the green for, like, to more of a kind of like a sickly green. Like I wanted these 3 guys to have a different feeling. As long as like I do it in groups, right? This group of guys using the same paints in a different way have a different feeling than this group of guys. So we're gonna have to do some sick ass edge highlighting on these shoulders to make them look good. But these are just basically where we're at with our Contemptor right now. It's just that these guys are a little bit more tricky They have all these like more finicky parts. And there's 3 of them. So everything I just did, imagine I have to do it 3 times before we're on to the next step. You know? So that's the grind of assembly line. Move the shit out of the way. So bronze, basically dark gold and bright gold, you know what I'm saying? Just... JBZ says you rock. Thank you, man. Go boy, I think Space Marine Captain and Gravis armor is bigger than the old Furio Sachin. Yep. Okay, so what we need to do is just get some of this trim locked in real quick. So let's just grab the bronze. Maybe add gold to it. Kind of gold up the bronze. Something like that. Using my big brush. I'm on high opacity, low moisture here. Let's lock in, do a heart pull. Man, I gotta paint all this other shit though, man. This might be a mistake. Might have to abandon this quick. Let's just rotate, use the heart pull, drag it in, being very careful. Light brush pressure, move. Don't let the brush bang up against other things. Be cognizant of that. High opacity, low moisture. Just dragging back. Small strokes. Stop, rotate. Might have to kind of break the rules. Kind of slide in right here. Very gentle when you're breaking the rules. Maybe sneak in from back here. A little gentle back pressure. Rotate back. Drag it down. There we go. Now there's some like inner shelf that line work we got to do still. Smaller brush for that. Is food allowed at Depticon? Outside food allowed at Depticon? Buddy and I are... Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, motherfuckers have brought me ribs there before. It's a hotel, man. Like, there might be like a cutoff for being in the actual convention hall. I don't know. But I mean, they don't check your backpacks and shit. I walk in with everything. I think they did come up with a rule because of us that you can't have open bottles on the tables anymore, aka like liquor bottles. Like you can have, like their unofficial rule / official rule is booze that you bought at concessions. Not saying that I follow that rule to the letter, but I definitely follow the part of the rule that says I'm not going to have a bottle of whiskey on my game table anymore. We had an incident at a Long War Doubles. Let me put it this way. Long War Doubles, at the end of the night, when we're cleaning up, we filled fucking full-size out exterior trash cans with cashed fifths of liquor bottles. All right? So one time, somebody had to like go to the hospital at about 11:30 in the morning. So we're just using the big brush, light brush pressure, just skirting these features. A lot of paintability in this kit. Very different than 3D Art Guide. Big, chunky, huge trim pieces. Love it. Repray anymore. Lol. JBZ, when I see you first the first time, I will make sure to bring you the biggest whiskey hobo burger. Whiskey hobo burger? I'm with it. People have brought. Someone made me bacon bourbon brownies once. Brought them to me. That was incredible. I think Marcus brought me homemade brisket one time. It's the bat. So let's get some more loaded up right here. Just the same kind of mix. Keeping the opacity high, moisture low. Flip it in right here. Let's get a little heart pull going. He brought brisket, just like left the whole container in one of those, like, you know, foils, kind of like steam cafeteria kind of situations. And I just ate on that shit all day, son. He basically saved my life. You see, we're just quickly making headway here. Now there is a big swath of trim right here. You want to just not be lazy, because this is not safe. This trim. So I might be playing with fire using my number 4 here. Somebody just did something. Unhappy Dan, the legend. Should probably switch to the little brush here. Like I have this sense of danger. My danger sense. Unhappy Dan, thank you for the resub, homie. Switching to 18-0. Just gotta stipple in and creep in there. Flip it. Establish the heart pull. Because as that shelf starts to turn into his actual armor, we don't want to paint it all gold by accident. See, down here, I use the small brush to get on that inner shelf. You see right here, this is trim, but it's still gray, so you just gotta carefully reach in there. Run a quick heart pull right there. Using the small guy. And honestly, that's the only problem with chunky trim. You gotta spend a little more time getting the other planes from other viewing angles. Still, super easy. Right here, you can see there's a little upper shelf visible here. I'm just kind of riding that rail subtly. Cleaning it up. 20 minutes left. Recoil, Anisoga, Caddick, Painting, Crushing Full. Thank you guys for your support. I'm going to just stipple in right here. Catch this sword. A middle knee pad situation. Pow! Now, He's got some stuff right here. Catch that. Rotate carefully. Walk down the side right there. Catch that other shelf. Captain Banhammer, 16 months. What's up, brother? Wow. Got those little doodads locked in. Not bad. He's got a little doodad right here. Stipple, stipple. We're using the sewing machine stroke right here. Tip of the brush, just some stipples. Coloring book rules, kindergarten rules apply right now. Let's get his skull on his helmet. Probably should get this thing right here too. Oh shit. No, it's not. You are correct. Chaos Kev, loving the blue-gray workup and that burgundy rocks. My man's got Death Star. Chaos Kev will blow your whole planet up. 123 bonus Yodogs, 10x multiplier. Thank you so much, brother. Chaos Kev, you legend. Appreciate you so much. Check it out. I'm going to finally just jump into the trim. I'm going to do it. Okay? See how big that trim is, though? We got 17 minutes left, Chaos Kev. I think I can do it. So I'm going to get pretty good amount of the base bronze out. And I'm going to just quickly get it wrapped up. See, I'm not using as much of the gold in the mix. It's deliberately darker. It's that base, for that the proverbial base coat. That's my man Captain Banhammer right there. What's up, brother? That's oh man. Fucking ODB trigger. Thank you so much. Beast mode engaged. 23 bonus Yodogs. Thank you, dog. Now I'm going as opaque as I can, Banhammer and Chaos Kev. We are trying to lay it down hot and heavy, one and done coverage, trying to build that base coat up. I'm not trying to do like two thin coats, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that shit one and done. People, when they paint metallics especially, they get kind of nervous. The trick is just going hot and heavy. People think it's going to get built up or textured. Just keep your eyes on it. If you see it pulling up anywhere, spread it out. You can introduce a little bit moisture as you need. I go for a mostly opaque mix with the minimum amount of moisture necessary to smooth it out. That usually gets the job done, and if I'm going to go in for a second pass, believe that the second pass is going to be introducing drama to it by introducing a highlight. So we got to sneak in here. This is tricky. You want to get on the inner rail. See how deep I can go. See, now this already introduces something, because I thought I was going to paint these gold. I held off on those because I don't think it's going to ride with all that. I don't think it's going to bring us contrast, Captain. Captain Banhammer Chaos Kev. Let's go round 2. Let's catch it. Hot and heavy right off the palette. A little bit of moisture on the brush. Let's just work the heart pull strategy. Light brush pressure. You want to move fast but delicate. Using the heart pull, you will be more accurate. Just a collection of straight lines. Using some stipples to get between those nuts. Picking up more paint as I go. If I am gently swiping the brush and paint isn't just deploying on the model, I'm going to load the brush back up. Let's switch in right here. Modified heart pull stance. If my hand is unsupported and floating in space, that makes it more risky. Nailed it. Pick up a little bit more bronze right here. VetBot Gaming, 16 months back to back, coming in with 13 minutes left. VetBot, check it out. We're going to start right here in the middle. Going to walk down. I'm going to move quick. I usually don't like leaving wet edges like that intact, so quickly spin around. Address the wet edge and move back down. Boom. This is a very safe ledge, so that's why I'm not too worried about breaking my rules. So we got that big shoulder trim locked and loaded, but you see it's got a darker value to it because we went with pretty much raw dog bronze here. That was by design. Because they're so big, I can kind of bully in some blends. Now I think this whole deal right here, we can just hit this. Now, there's a bunch of machinery in here I haven't even painted yet. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure out something there. And also what I'm going to do with all this junk right here. Future Kenny problems. Future Kenny. All right, let's run it back. So now we're going to take just some straight up gold. Okay? Metallic, you can be disrespectful with metallic. I'll take just straight gold, kind of thin it down a little bit, and I'll just walk it right from this seam. So this is like semi-opaque and a little wet. And because I've got a nice opaque base coat of metallic paint, it's still going to maintain sparkle. See, I'm going to just kind of work it toward the center right there. Just a little gold, a little moisture, semi-opaque and a little wet. And now we just kind of goldified those shoulders. You see that? Let some of that bronze just show through. So if you're going to do two thin coats, don't just be like, I want to paint this gold until it's gold. Bruh, what a waste of time. Hit this first. And then move into that, and now you've got drama there too. Rinse in the brush. Switch to the little guy. Shout out to all my supporters today. Thank you guys so much for your support. Picking up those bonus Yo Dogs. Hope to see some of you guys at Adepticon next week. Now check it out. Let's move back into this mix. I only kind of got some of this viewing angle, so I got to get the top. Using the little guy to do this. A little more gold on the perimeter. Now what we'll do is we'll move back down with just some raw dog gold again. Back down here. Oh my god, come on. Moving too fast. Just spreading that little dollop of gold out. Because I have to repaint that because I just fucked it up. But what I don't want is a textured piece of gold just sitting there creating a texture. So I'm just kind of spreading it out to a shitty little glaze. Then I'll come back to it, repaint it. Alright, raw dog gold. Right there. Right there. Disrespectful. Raw gold. And see, they're so big. I'm trying to do a little bit of a blend in here. A little gold here. A little gold here. Kind of just center mass. Beautiful. Rotate back here. We're going to send the gold down here by the center of his chest and just walk it away. About 7 minutes left in the show to pick up those bonus Yo DZs and get in the top D Grand Prix this month. I'll be giving away some of these dreadnoughts right here.
And his name is John C.
Is that my boy Banhammer? You can't see him. Coming in with 5x multiplier, 115 bonus Yo Dogs. Sorry. I think I owe Chaos Kev some Yo Dogs. 115 for Chaos Kev and Captain Banhammer. Please love minis. Thank you, Captain Banhammer. My math was off earlier. I just realized that. Now, he's got stuff in the field here that we have to take it off of red, obviously. We, could use gold for sure. But I might just get over golded up there. So I feel like we might just go we'll ponder on it. Because I don't want, it shouldn't just be a lazy decision. Shoulders are pretty important to the money shot here. So what I'll do, I just swiped my brush off real quick. I'm gonna take some burgundy real quick. Pick up a little black. Little repair. There's like a little errant gold just sitting right there on the gun. I haven't even painted the gun yet. It's dead to me. I don't care. Ooh, you know what? I just realized there's some accents up here. See about time. That's tricky because these are textured like rails. Just be careful. Got a little out of bounds there. Gonna have to clean it up with a pen wash later. We should also take a quick second to acknowledge that these big ass nuts would look sick as fuck in this same color. So we're using stipples. We'll probably do a light pen wash over those later. Like that. All right, now what I want to do, 2.5 minutes left. Captain Banhammer, been too long since I've been able to catch your show. What's the giveaway today? Today is bonus Yodogs for Beast Mode multipliers. Final 4 get to spin the wheel for extra swag. And the final 4 automatically entered in the Top D Grand Prix for my month ender giveaway. That's the Friday promo. And thank you for tuning back in, brother. I missed you too. The Squavitian Otter. Shout out. Look, Banhammer, I got some bright gold now. So this is even brighter than what we've been doing. Just gonna sneak a little bit in. So I'm kind of doing it like a ghetto non-metallic metal, but with metal. So we're just going to scrape some in right here. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of just back blend it with gold. It's kind of at the same time. Want a nice shine right there. I'm going to move in kind of toward the edge right here with about a minute left in the show. So I'm not going to be able to get that deep into this. Unless we go into overtime. Shout out to Brian Porkchop. What up, player? We're in overtime. Chaotic painting. Chaotic painting. 3x multiplier. 69 bonus dogs. I'm just running some quick tracers along the edge here with the bright gold. I'm going to sneak in right here, do a quick splitting. I'm going to just kind of darken it so it's not super disrespectful. Oh, VetBot Gaming.
And his name is John C.
We're going to do a heart pull for VetBot and Caddick Painting. High opacity, low moisture. Right on that shelf line right there. Get that nice little line right there. See if I can turn the light down so you can see it. Look how shiny that fucking metal is. 2 minutes of overtime on the clock.
Yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
138 bonus Yodogs for VetBot Gaming. Can I get some strong man love in the chat? Captain Banhammer, he says you can't see him, but he likes it raw. I can see you, dog. Captain Banhammer, 115 bonus Yodogs. Thank you for the support. Banhammer, VetBot, Caddick Painting, another heart pull right here, okay? Just walk it right up on that seam. We left it mostly in that bronze spectrum right down there. So we're just getting a nice little bump right there. Just trying to make this gold have a little bit more complexity to it than just be gold and washed, because it's so, we got so much real estate. Little stipple right there. And without hardly any time at all, we got our model looking real good. You guys voted on this in the straw poll to do this pre-heresy Space Wolves workup. And if there's still going to be time on the clock, I'm going to pivot to white gold. See if we can go one step further. We have 1:10 on overtime. It's not the east or the west side, bro. VetBot Gaming's got Death Star. He said he'll blow your whole planet up. Thank you so much, VetBot. 69 bonus Yodogs. VetBot, check it out. Oh, Caddick Painting. With 46 bonus Yodogs. Caddick Painting, VetBot, and Captain Banhammer. Thank you guys. Check it out. Here's white gold. So now what we want to do is be a lot tighter. I want to do a perimeter edge highlight now on this gold with white, pure white gold. See, before we were keeping it kind of fast and loose with our blend game. And now I'm drawing a clean and concise line around the edge, you see? To get that actual contrast to lie straight. Look at that. White gold is going to do a lot of work here. Running a quick tracer technique where I'm just kind of locking in on the rail and using it to guide my brush. Little heart pull right there. Flip the model. Look for the horizontal plane. Drag it on that bevel. There you go. Tight lines right there. You see that? Shiny as fuck though. That's some good. That's a good metallic. Recoil, my dude. $92 bonus Yodogs for Recoil, the legend. Thank you so much. You can't see him. Repray says, this guy puts my pre-heresy. What was the shame? Repray. Why? You've seen me do everything I've just done before. Slow him to face? Yeah. There's Pro Krill. Minute 50 on overtime, Captain Banhammer. So I'm back in the hobby after a pandemic-induced break. Need to replace a lot of paints. What do you recommend? Exclamation point Monument. That whole paint line is the best paints. They've got hobby supplies too, if you need to get caught up on your hobby supply game. Now we should be able to, Captain Banhammer, reach in here and just delicately heart pull a line on the top of this trim. It's so hard to see because it's so shiny.
Red, white, and blue.
Shout out right there to Chaotic Painting. 3x multiplier, 69 bonus, yo Dizzles. Thank you, brother. Chaotic Painting, one of my students, killing it. So I'm just slowly introducing nice hard edges to my metallics for contrast. See, now I'm actually just using really basic tracer techniques. Using the white gold. Head Ogre the Beast. Let me get some strong mad love right there. And this Ogre coming in with 115 bonus Yodogs. As we try to continue our edge highlight game. Vetbot Gaming, my man, keeping the overtime clock filled. He likes a raw. 46 bonus Yodogs. Vetbot Gaming, check it out. We're just going to scrape that line right there. Get that clean, crisp edge. You see that? Look how much better the model looks. Now, in here, it's a little trickier. A little bit of a heart pull. So I'm using high opacity, low moisture, and just gently gliding back toward my heart. Right there. Nice clean shine lip right there. I just made that term up, by the way. Shine lip. Luckily, I think LT's gone for the day. He'll make that into a command. Minute 26 on the overtime clock. Now, with trim this thick, you should honestly be doing both ledges. So I'm going to rotate down, catch the bottom shelf too, kind of lock it in. With a minute left in the overtime clock, with a reset, I think. Thank you guys for your support. NS Ogre, the fucking legend, he's a true American hero. You guys make my life possible. I appreciate it, man. Being able to go to Adepticon and fucking just do what I do, thanks to you. NS Ogre. Not safe Ogre. That's what I always assumed it means. We're going to move in right here, get a little edge highlight going right here. High opacity, low moisture. Be careful. And again, if you're going to just do a bunch of thin coats, why not do it this way? Where we build this intrigue into the model. Captain Banhammer, 26 bonus Yodogs, the legend. And Ahsoka says, I hope that will at least buy you a pretty good whiskey. When I buy my first whiskey at Adepticon, I will say, Ennis Ogre said, give me the best whiskey you have at this beer cart. We're just dragging that line on that top shelf right there. You can see that instantly jumps out at you. So we're using rich gold, bright gold, white gold, and we even used straight up bronze to get this nice complex finish on our metallic, and it goes down super easy, super smooth. Just got to be brave in the beat slab when you're using metallics, guys. Getting the lower plane right there. And I'm going to do a pin wash in between the gold and the actual armor panel. And then at that point, I'll also wash the nuts. Always wash your nuts, guys. Minute left in the overtime clock. That bot says, I only want you to buy 4 locos with my donation. Oh my god. I'm going to go to Target with Rob when he picks me up from the airport and be like, I've got a list. I need 6 4 locos, 1 fucking Doers 30 year, and like 34 minutes left, or 34 seconds, sorry. Just drag that line down, you see? Look how beautiful that gold comes out.
How you like me now? Don't fuck the style. Ruthless, wow. Do you wanna get your teeth knocked the fuck out? Wanna get on it like that? Well then shout.
Recoil, 46 bonus, yo, Deezies from my boy Recoil. He said that the package has made it into the country. That's my boy Aquila coming in from the quarantine soup kitchen. Much love, brother. 46 bonus hot dogs from my man Aquila. Love you, dog. Thank you, brother. Caddick Painting says, yeah, the model's looking pretty dope. Yeah. And it's very paintable. It's funny because it's the exact opposite of 3D Art Guy. Cartoonish, bulky, very paintable. Where his shit is like stoic, realistic, hard to paint. I love that both of these options exist in the world. If you mix 4 locos and doers, that's how Nurgle happens, Captain Bayhammer says. I'll believe that. So basically, I would just move around with this technique that we're doing, where we're just finding any seam that we can etch highlight. I would spend my longest amount of time on this process until I was fully satisfied, because this gold is such a feature on this model. Because like how smooth and like not complex the model is, lets you do more complex things in some of these these zones. It's so easy to access. So I kind of just keep going as hard as I want. And like I said, when trim is this thick, I try to do both sides. You see? Kind of got a little wacky there, so I'll go back in time. Down to some bronze and some gold with 30 seconds left. Just go back in time.
It's not the east or the west side. No, it's not. It's the dark side. You are correct. We got Death Star. We got Death Star. We got Death Star.
Chaotic Painting coming in. He says he's got Death Star. 46 bonus hot dogs for Chaotic Painting. Chaotic Painting, thank you, brother. We'll get another 4 Loco for you. Aquila says that's why you advertise for 4 Loco when you put and why they put in drink responsibly. No one is going to sit at home reading a book in their studies sipping a 4 Loco. Oh god. If I can get Rob to drink a 4 Loco, I will film it. I promise. That gold, I mean, that gold is so shiny, guys. Look. Like, just like no light. Look at how much light that gold is picking up. In the straight shadows, man. Look at this.
Ooh, baby, I like it, boy. Yeah, baby, I like it.
I mean, that's nuts, right? VetBot Gaming, thank you so much. 46 bonus dollars for VetBot Gaming. What's 4 Loco? To kill you? Go boy, what does that fucking mean?
It's so damn hot. Milk
milk was a bad choice.
Captain Banhammer putting overtime back on the clock. Milk is always a bad choice. I don't drink it. I guess strong man low right there. 46 bonus, yo dogs. Let's get the lower shelf right here. Somebody was asking Quilla. Wait, hold on. Brown pork chop. Someone's shiny. Was he a drab little contemptor once? Yep. Aquila says the wife also wanted to say hello. She's having to spend time apart as I quarantine downstairs, but she came down briefly and saw I had you on. Oh yeah. Go Boy says tequila. What kind of booze? What's for loco? Tequila? Tequila. Oh, I see. You're such a fucking goddamn genius, dog. Comic legend over here. All right. Let's jump in with a minute left in overtime right here. Recoil. Recoil. 46 bonus, dogs. He's keeping the overtime train alive. We paint as long as there's numbers on that clock. That's how this works. Stipple in right here for some quick highlights on this design back here. Oh, we can do a little bit more right here. We can catch a little side trim. Some quick tracers. All right. So there's a lot of not gold, but still metallic in this guy. But also right here in this control panel, I went back to the bronze. There's one of those sword skull designs right here. I'm gonna paint that doodad. 56 seconds left. Let's paint this doodad. Catch that little guy. Oh, guess what? They're on the insides too. Kenny basically becomes the monkey who dances. As long as we toss him peanuts. Yeah. 100%.
We all gonna have sex in your car. It will happen again.
Chaotic painting. Hashtag Dirty Mike Life. Exclamation point soup. Bringing that Dirty Mike Life. Picking up 69 bonus yo dogs. There's a little. It's just a mirrored plane, so the interior is the same as the exterior. So I gotta catch the little skull sword artwork on both sides. Now, all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of doodads in there and dials. I just don't want to overuse our gold, so we'll probably mostly use silvers in there. But there are a couple other candidates. Am I painting tomorrow, KS Kev? Yes, sir. Like right here, there's like a bigger kind of nut right here. I feel like we should hit that. And we should also hit this one. We'll come back and hit them with some wash later. Just hitting little details like this matter in the long run. Just using stipple technique, high opacity, low moisture. But you see like his knees and everything, we got to do something else. It can't just be gray. And I have to put some thought into what's going on with his shoulder art, like these circles here, Vetbot Gaming. My gut's kind of telling me we go back to black. Like, here's just some transparent black Vetbot Gaming. 46 bonus Yo Dogs. Just get some nice brandy too. Okay, so I gotta get a brandy at Target. Got it. So I'm just putting some transparent black back in there. I'm kind of feeling like if I could just make these like much darker. Inside there, that I can kind of just paint the trim, whatever, you know? Probably like silver. Because I don't want it to be just clashing with the gold, you know what I'm saying? Probably like dark silver inside there. Kind of what I'm feeling, so let me just pull that dark silver out real quick, since we still have overtime. Okay guys, I'm looking for dark silver. That's not it, that's not it. There it is. Plasma Havoc, what's up brother? 48 months back to back. Benarken. What's up, bro? Follow. Thank you. You still got overtime clock. Still almost a minute. I just pulled out some straight dark silver. And I think I could just come in here and just kind of stipple around the exterior. Kind of hot and heavy, high opacity. Just using the stipple mechanic. Because it's very textured. With all the nuts and bolts in there. So now we got a nice silver border. See? Instead of another gold one. 17 seconds left in overtime. 10 seconds. Reset. Babble Rouser said, keep that brush loaded, baby. Can't see this guy. True legend. 23 bonus Yo Dogs. Babble Rouser, thank you. We're going to move over here and keep that brush loaded. And we're going to keep that party going for Babble Rouser. Thank you guys so much for the 4 Locos for Adepticon, brandy, and whiskey. I'm going to just walk into Target and be like, bring me your finest whiskey, brandy, and 4 Loco. And they're going to be like, are you from Florida? I'll be like, yo, Ennis Ogre sent me. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, that guy. Captain Banhammer. Shut the fuck up about Moon Man. A dude coming in, legend. Now, Captain Banhammer, 46 bonus Yo Dogs. We got an interior conundrum as well. So we've got a skull, and I kind of want to do the skulls like realistic. We've got a cross in there. I don't know if I want it to just be silver on silver. That's my conundrum right now. Maybe I will go to the bronze now. Now that we have a border. Some stipples. Yeah, that works. Quilla, he says, ah, yes, bring up all those drinks to the recovering alcoholic, lol. Seriously, though, a good scotch is always excellent, but until it became a good scotch every night until 3 a.m. If Four Locos make you crave alcohol, then yes, you had a problem. All right, since I have Dark Silver...
His name is John C.
It is so great. My dude, 115 bonus Yo Dogs. Ennis Ogre, I'm going to carefully try to fucking paint his grill. And the grill doesn't really have a border, like it's probably not a grill. So I'm going to be real careful, don't fuck up. Just some stipples, Ennis Ogre. Like that. Okay, since I got the Dark Silver out. Now his pipes that are connected to his cheeks have couplings. We gotta paint those. If you're gonna fuck up, try to make sure you fuck up on hose side, not helmet side. Because you can always just quickly repaint those hoses, no problem. No problem. Got it. Space Marines always have these earmuffs, so I'm going to go in there and paint like the inner earmuff.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Your cats, rub your dicks on the car as you run away. We are gonna have sex in your car. It will happen again.
Shout out to Captain Banhammer. Exclamation point soup for that gangster. 69 bonus, Yo Dogs. Catching a raid. Nell just hit us with a raid right at the end. We've been in overtime for 26 minutes now, and you're going to come in with a 76-person raid? Let's get some fucking hype for Nell. Nell just dumping all this pressure on me now. We have 1 minute and 39 seconds left in our overtime clock. Shout out to Captain Banhammer for keeping it going. Make sure you follow Nell. We started in on this Contemptor today, and we've been just plugging along, hitting little doodads. We're going to stipple some Dark Silver in on this targeting array in between these joints right here. I'm just kind of doing inspections, you know. Like, we're going to paint his arms and shit. You know, like, we got so much actual metal to do. We're just kind of nitpicking details right now. But with 50 seconds left in the clock, I can move in right here and kind of hit some of these doodads like I was talking about. And I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to just wholesale paint this whole joint. I'm just going to paint some of the elements that are kind of protruding from it. You see? Instead of just whole panel silver. We have the advantage of having started with a dark gray, so that kind of helps us with obscurement, like I was saying before. Oh, I wanted to paint that trim. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Remind me, guys, next time. Just gonna stipple in right here. 5 seconds left in overtime. That's our show. Thank you guys for your support. Nell, thank you for the raid. I'm gonna finish a couple brushstrokes off, do a little quick giveaway, and then we're gonna keep this raid train alive. Nell, thank you. It's a fun model, right? Exclamation point spiky resin. If you're new here, this model is for sale. It comes with every conceivable weapon option in a bundle package with pre-flight holes for magnets. I don't know why, because the only configuration that matters is twin Volkite right now. And we did a straw poll at the beginning of the show for what Legion. We're doing pre-heresy Space Wolves. We did a quick airbrush workup. Blocked in some angles. Locked in some details. Kind of get to that nearly battle-ready state. If I just do a quick OSL on the Volkites, off to the races, baby. But we're going to do so much more than this, obviously. Now, the model is a lot more dynamic than this. I've made it in a very stoic pose because I was in a rush. But you see here, like, you can do a lot more fanciness to it. It's a fun-ass model. But I've been painting a lot of Contemptors because I'm also painting my 3 Contemptors for Adepticon, so I've been kind of on the grind. So I've got, if you follow me on Instagram, I've got 3 Twin Volkite Contemptors that I've been working on in between classes and streams. And right now they're all just kind of at the same place that we just got our Space with Contemptor to. You see they just have the airbrushing, color blocks. Volkites don't have any glowing yet. There's no edge highlighting on anything. It's just that battle ready state, right? So we're gonna have to power through after I do my class tonight. I'm gonna sit down and start dropping paint washes off. Stay fucking committed. Get through the grind. I did paint this in a kind of a fugue state of utter crack addiction. Went super hard, so like this is not utilizing the strategy of battle ready next level painting kung fu. So most of the guys in my army look like this guy, right? Pen wash, edge highlight, super clean, dramatic airbrushing, off to the races, baby, super easy, right? That's like I can get my army looking like this pretty easy, and then I'll pick out like a Demon Prince or Mortarion and go hard, right? But it's never gonna like be so hard because my guys are so basic that it looks inappropriate. You know what I mean? So the next level painting kung fu system gets you to what we believe about already state is pretty easily. ! Class if you're interested.